Okay, welcome back. Last time we made our way through the record store and we no longer have Lisa in the party, mostly because she has gone with Sheba and Miho to go and do a concert at the park in Aoba. So pretty much the plan for today's episode is to make our way through the park and pretty much go and get to the concert hall, basically. Now, before I go and do anything else, I have a couple of rumours to go and pick up. So first I need to go to Aoba and talk to this guy. There we go. Would you believe me if I said flowers can talk? Most people wouldn't, but there's someone in this park who speaks to flowers. He takes care of the flowers here, and whenever I see him, he's talking to them. Rumour has it that the flowers in Aoba Park can talk back. In the end, you decide what's real and what's a dream. If you're tired of this dreary reality, try talking with the flowers. Okay, so we go and talk to them. Now we go over to Hirosaka, and we go and talk to this person in Shiraishi Ramen, and they will tell us about the next rumor demon. Okay, so they're talking about an idol called Linda. There is this singer who got lost in Aoba Park on the way to a concert. Rumor is she starved to death and her ghost still haunts the park. I mean, you've heard the rumors about how the flowers bewitch people or then make them lose their way, right? I used to be a huge fan of hers back then, even as a kid. She made my heart skip a beat. And now they're being weird. So now we need to basically go and find, well, the ghost of this idol. So I also want to go and quickly buy a whole bunch of stuff. And by that I mean, once again, we are back to, as always, buying more sweepstakes entries. I'm bad at words today. And pretty much, now we go enter the sweepstakes, spread a couple of rumours, and then we can actually be on our way to the park. So, let's quickly go and talk to Chief Todoroki real quick. And we can learn that an idol's ghost has been spotted in the park. Fantastic. And we can also have the flowers can talk. Very nice. And let's go talk to Tamaki and get these entries kind of sorted out. And now we can actually start doing what we needed to do today. Fantastic. Away we go. And this is where I get to basically mention... Actually, you know what? No, I'll mention it when I get into a fight, because I'll probably get interrupted in about 10 seconds anyway. So, off we go into Aoba Park. Okay, so, what does this flare have to say? An endless procession of people has passed before me to enter this park. I wonder what number you are. I've had innumerable encounters with these humans, yet I've never spoken to even one. Do you know why? Because you speak with your gaze. Indeed, we express ourselves through our figures, colours, and aromas. Words are not necessary, but we are using words now. Unnatural, isn't it? And why did you and that other human choose to speak with me in this way? Is this the scent of humans? If so, then I will love you as well. Okay, thanks, that red flower. So, pretty much, is this the ghost? No, that is just a group of enemies. Okay, so pretty much, well, that worked apparently. Can I persuade this Minotaur? No, that made it angry. No. Katia, not scared of anything. No, that made it mad. We're equal. No, that made it mad. I mean, I'm not too bothered about this. So, basically, I have had a very slight inconvenience here, because I'm actually re-recording this episode. Pretty much, I'm having to re-record this episode, because I recorded the episode, got to the end, well, more accurately, I recorded the episode, got it all done, got the next 2 or 3 episodes done, then when I went to go and edit them, I had done a stupid thing and I didn't have a narration track for this episode. So I decided I'd just re-record the episode. And honestly, that maybe wasn't my smartest decision, but hey, here we are. If nothing else, I know that I can just negotiate with Kanara with interviews, so that will make this a lot simpler. So basically, this episode is going to be a little bit disjointed from the rest. Because, obviously, I'm going to have this episode, which I'm re-recording now, and then I have the other episodes that I've already recorded. And I want to say I've recorded another 2 or 3 since. So, yeah. Okay, off we go. Energetic orange flower. We sleep just like humans, and we also greet each other enthusiastically in the morning when we wake up. Good morning. Okay. Woohoo, that's right. That's how we speak to each other, and that's how we check how energetic we are each morning. Greetings are the best, and you're the best for sharing your greeting with me. That's why I want you to have this. It's a leaf of mine that's an antidote for poison. A little gift from me to you. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to kind of stick around the entrance, because eventually the idol's ghost will turn up. And I, need to fight that. Okay, possession didn't work on Akechi, which is good to know. And fortunately for me, I do now, since I have recorded this episode before, and also because I generally just kind of remember what these are. Oh, that's going to be a minor inconvenience, but Tatsuya can get use out of Tengu, so he should still be okay. Because I know that Kiyohime, the legend of Kiyohime is basically like, yeah, they're fire-based, so they should be weak to water. Or at least I assume they should be. And obviously the Wraith is, well, a Wraith, so it's, a kind of a magic ghost thing. So I feel pretty okay in saying we should be okay here. Good job, team. Even you, Akechi, who did absolutely nothing to help. But hey, you got a level up, so good job there, buddy. But yeah, pretty much, I ended up inconveniencing myself and having to redo this episode, because I was really hoping that I was really hoping I would have just found the thing by now, but I guess not. Okay, let's kind of move all our all our people to be kind of close together. And fantastic. Okay, so I want to have Yukino just do nope. Yukino can just do a regular attack, I suppose. Maya can... No, wait, I want Tatsuya to go ahead of Maya. There we go. So now I can have... No, wait, I defaulted back to Yukino's turn. Okay, Yukino can attack, Tatsuya can switch back to Volcanus and do a regular attack. Akechi can switch to Radamanthus, then I can go back to Tatsuya's turn, have Tatsuya switch to Longmire, and now Tatsuya can go for Ice Breath, which will hit all of them. Akechi can cast Malakwa, which will hit all of them, and I can have Maya go back to using Batengu, and then cast Gree, however you want to pronounce it, and that should, in theory, hopefully do enough damage to kill all these enemies this turn, I think. As long as... And Marin Karen didn't work, so this should work. Because Ice Breath does good damage. Malakwa hits... Okay, that didn't do all that much, but Gravity should. Okay, well, one of them survived. That's not too bad. But yeah, pretty much, I inconvenienced myself and had to redo this episode, because the way I normally record this, well, the way I normally do recordings and stuff, is I basically have everything set on 2 audio tracks. I usually have the game on audio track 1 and my narration on audio track 2. However, when I just need gameplay and no narration or anything, I'll just, take one of the audio tracks off. And I just forgot to just put that one back on. So I ended up recording the entire episode and just didn't have my narration at all. Which obviously wasn't exactly ideal for me, but hey, not exactly ideal, but also entirely my own fault. So hopefully we can get through this fight without too much... Well, hopefully I can get through this entire episode... Yeah, hopefully I can get through this episode without too much hassle. But I'm also very prepared for something to go wrong, because realistically everything usually does. I usually find some way to have something go wrong. And that should just annihilate Jack Frost. I'm sorry, Jack Frost. And Killer Wind doesn't quite kill, but now we can just, run it back and finish off this fight without too much hassle. So even though I've kind of just been ignoring a lot of stuff and trying to run away from most fights, yeah, as it turns out, yeah, the enemies in this game are not particularly strong. Because I wouldn't say I'm over-leveled at this point either. Although the fact that this ghost hasn't turned up yet is actually starting to kind of bug me a little bit. Because I know I spread the rumor for them to turn up, but they just aren't appearing. Which is a little bit of an inconvenience to me. But hey, hopefully... Okay, this'll be the encounter. Come on. No, that is most certainly not the encounter. Okay, you know what? I'll just keep moving through the park. I'll just keep moving through the park, and we should hopefully get there eventually. And, actually, so I'll mention it now. I'll mention it now just because. Basically, I will have the original recording of the episode. I'll have the original recording of the episode, but in the description. I'll just have that, like, kind of unlisted for general convenience purposes. Basically, though, what was I talking about? Give me just a second, I've forgotten what I was talking about for a second. Oh, I'm in a bad situation here. Oh, not that it matters, because we can just run away. Oh, yeah, that was it. So, in the actual initial recording of the episode, I did I did find and fight the ghost of the idol. And, as it turns out, if you don't go and return the item that you get for defeating them, by the time you finish off the next dungeon, well, okay, it's not necessarily the next dungeon, but like, once you go into the concert hall, you can't leave. Oh, okay, cool, we found her. So let's see if we can actually get some good damage out. I don't know what she's weak to, though. So I'm just going to kind of throw a bit of everything out and see what sticks, I suppose. Actually, I will go for... Nope, that's an item. Those are items, Maya. And let's cast Killer Wind as well and see what we do. Okay, thrown damage. Okay, sword damage is good. Okay, yeah, they are weak to physical attacks by the looks of things. Glamorous Dance does Charm, which isn't exactly ideal for me, but hey, we can work with it. Because we can cast that, and we can cast Heat Wave. So this will get a chunk of damage out. But yeah, pretty much all Varuma demons will give you a special item for defeating them that you're then supposed to go and return to the person who gave you the quest. And while I'm here, since I'm at the entrance to the park, I'll go and do that, and then we can actually just make our way through. However, for some reason, the guy who asked you about it just disappears once you finish the concert hall. Basically, you get to the end of this area, then you get to go into the concert hall, but you have to walk all the way back out through here. It's kind of inconvenient. I don't really think this is a well-organized bit. So let's quickly go and return, well, I guess trade in the item we got for defeating the Ghost of the Idol. And, of course, this guy's weird, so it's going to be really weird dialogue, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. My lucky day, thank you so much. Okay, a Frey card? That is actually pretty good. Like, that is potentially pretty good, but you know what? I could have lived without it. And, I guess, flash forward, I do live without it because I had to learn about how, you know, it isn't available to just kind of trade in at a later time. I'm in the actual full playthrough. So, yeah. I kind of inconvenienced myself, but hey, here we are. We will be fine. On the plus side, I should be able to just kind of breeze through the rest of here now. I say breeze through the rest of here. Hopefully we shouldn't have too much of a hassle. But obviously some enemies will kind of just persist. And I don't know how long this will take. I think my initial recording for this episode was like 40 minutes. So, I know, it'll take... I'm going to say another 25 minutes, but I don't actually know. Oh, because obviously it could be anything. I might breeze through here, I might get super lucky and have very low encounters. let's be real here, though, that is absolutely not going to be the case. The encounter rate in this game is very high. Or maybe I just run everywhere, and that's why I keep getting into fights. Because I can't actually just walk. But also, why would I do that when I can just run everywhere? And also, we didn't get that much further without getting dragged into a fight, so I don't think it makes all that much of a difference. Okay, so we go for Zeo, we go for Aquas, we go for Ice Breath, I suppose, and then Maya switches back over to her base persona, casts Hammer, and we kill, and we annihilate this Wraith, and we can move on. So, in addition to, you know, having to re-record this, so again, as of me doing this re-record for this episode, I am about a week or so ahead. So this is Friday's episode. So this is Friday's episode. I'm re-recording this episode on April 28th. So, and that is supposed to be this Friday's episode. And I have the next, I think it's like the next week or so done. I think I have the next week done, so I then have the next 3 planned. No, I have the next 2 recorded and the next 3 planned. There we go. That's the combination of words I was looking for. Where am I? Am I going the right way? I don't think I'm going the right way. Actually, no, wait, I think I am. I think I just have the camera the wrong way. Okay, what are these things? I don't remember what they're weak to. Shax? I have a feeling Shax is weak to... Okay, apparently it doesn't. Apparently wind and dark are not what I need to be throwing at it. So let's just kind of throw everything... Let's just throw everything else at it. Also, yeah, it is kind of inconvenient how I, you know, got Jack Frost, gave Lisa Jack Frost, and then Lisa immediately left the party. But hey, that happens sometimes. I should have known better, because realistically I think this is my 3rd or 4th time playing through the game. I know I've played through this game multiple times, I just don't remember exactly how many times. This is either playthrough 3 or 4. And, hey, you know what? This is still going fine. Okay, here's the yellow flower. Adoring yellow flower. I wonder why I'm here. Why did I root myself into the ground? He's just as yellow and just as bright. Please tell me his name. The sun. The sun! Yes, the sun! That wonderful gentleman who showers us with warmth. Yes, the sun. Why did I ground myself like this? Never before have I spoken of these feelings, and only you have lent an ear to them. This isn't much, but I'd like to show my gratitude to you. It was buried beneath me for many years. Please accept this bead. Okay, so what I can do now, that is not where I need to be. Basically, if I go through that little archway, I'll go through that little arch, and that's how I know... what's the combination of words I'm looking for? Yeah, you go through that arch, and then you're onto the next screen. I believe there's 2 screens before you get to the end of this area. Okay, we get a Vitality card, very nice. So now we are in kind of north side of Aoba Park. Cold-hearted yellow-green flower. Do you know the meanings of flowers? They were assigned to us by selfish humans. Preposterous, isn't it? I have my own flower meaning I've assigned to humans. What do you suppose it is? I'll become the flower you speak of. Okay, so in the actual episode, I said harmony and coexistence, so I'm going to say thorns and poison. Oh, you are wise for a human. Indeed, I'll be under no human's thumb. I have my own will, my own aspirations. If man thinks me a poisonous flower, I shall spite him and be the opposite. You called me poison. I shall give you a bead in response. That will chasten you, no? Okay, cool, thanks. So, in the original recording from this episode, I answered harmony and coexistence, and it got mad and poisoned my entire party. Fortunately, I have Longma, who has Poison, so I could just immediately heal the poison. So I could immediately heal the poison, and it wasn't all that big of a deal, but, you know, still a little bit on the inconvenient side. And personally, I think it was just very impolite of it to do so, you know? Like, hey, you know what? Maybe don't poison my entire party. Like, have you ever thought about that game? Like, just an idea, you know? Just an idea, just a little thought, just something to really kind of sit there and ruminate on. I don't know if that was the correct... I don't know if that was the correct use of the word ruminate, but still. Okay, Miragi hits for decent damage, Gree hits, and finishes off both Jack Frosts. Sorry, Jack Frost, you're still my big favorite. Okay. I did not think that line went on for as long as it did, okay. Okay, so if I... Well, that's a minor inconvenience. Okay, yeah, sure, let's double back. I don't think I got this treasure chest in the original recording for this episode. I don't want to mess with these Tengus, though. I don't know why. I know that I can fight them without too much hassle. If I'm being totally honest, I think the reason why I don't want to fight them is because I'm pretty sure they're weak to Earth. I'm relatively certain they're weak to Earth, and Lisa is kind of my main person who has access to Earth stuff. So, for now, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so let's quickly interview Kinara a few times. Because there is an item somewhere in this park, and there's an item in this park, and I hope that I don't miss it in this episode. Because I know that in the original recording I did find it, and I need it to fuse something later. Rainbow Light. Okay, that's the item you need to fuse a certain persona. So, basically picking up the Rainbow Light will allow you to fuse Iris of the Star of the Star Arcana. And that is a persona that I do intend on using later in the game. I say later in the game, I'll go and get it, like, directly after I finish this bit. Like, after I finish the kind of concert hall bit, I'll just go and get that then. Its base level is 18, so it's roughly on level for me where I'm currently at as well. Also, that should be fine. Also, these blue ones, they'll drain my SP if I stand on them. There's also the red ones, which will just do damage, and purple ones, which will, I assume, poison me. It would make too much sense for them. It would make too much sense for them to poison me. So, obviously, they'll poison me. Actually, hang on, wait, I'll have Tatsuya switch back to Longma. Because, unfortunately for me, Longma is actually... Even though I fused it for Akichi, I think Tatsuya actually gets better use out of it. Either way, we should be able to take out all these Minotaurs in one turn. Also, I should probably mention this, because I guess it's tangentially related. So, I've been working on it for a long time, I've been putting it off for a long time, but I've finally started actually recording the narration for the Does Anyone Remember Persona 1 today, and, like, I knew when I scripted it that that was going to be a very, very long episode. It may be even longer than I think it is, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Ah, that flower, it talked. What's going on here? Okay. Basically, I recorded basically just the first few pages of the script that I wrote for it, and I think in total it's like a 35-page script. It's gonna be a long one. Guarded light blue flower. Now that I can finally speak, I breathed a word of thanks to the man who took care of me all this time. But it isn't natural for flowers to speak. I will continue to treasure silence forthwith. My lips are sealed. That's honestly kind of sad. Like, that plant, that flower, basically gained its sentience, talked once, scared someone, and then went, okay, yeah, I guess I just won't talk. Which, honestly, there's definitely something profound just in that by itself. Okay, so, hungry blue flower. Do you know of carnivorous plants? It seems I may be one myself. On closer inspection, you look delicious. Could I have a taste? If it's just my HP, sure. Much obliged. Well then, it's chow time. Ah, delicious. It was so good I took nearly all of it. Now that's good eating. And now that drained my entire party down to 1 HP. You don't look so good. Sorry about that. Have a revival bead as an apology. And now my entire party is on 1 HP, so let's have Maya switch to her base persona and quickly heal us. At some point in the game, I will get Media. At some point in the game, I'll get Media on something else. Who knows? I might even get lucky and get Media Rama. But nothing will be as good as Phaleg was in Persona 1, where I just had like a 12... It was like a 12 SP cost Media Rama, but I got it like level 18, and it was a full party, full heal until basically the final boss. Like, it actually was kinda game-breaking. And Leja, I think this thing's called, that... I'm kinda surprised that it took all those hits. Okay, I guess it... I assume it must resist water. But yeah, so I finally started recording the script for the Persona 1, does anyone remember, after putting it off for months and months and months. So I'm happy to finally be properly working on it. But I am a little bit worried about it now. It's just like, oh no, this is a lot longer than I thought it was. Because I also kind of put it off for a long time because I was worried that it was too long. So you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to... So I'm basically just going to be recording, you know, just parts of it. Basically, I'm going to be recording just more of the script day by day. And I'm going to get it out sooner. Like, you know, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep chipping away at it. And hopefully I can get through it without too much hassle. I'm just hoping that it doesn't take a super long time. I know that if I kind of just, like, lock in, I know that if I can just focus and get it done, I can probably get it done within a couple of weeks. But I'm just, I don't know, I know that I can get it done, and I'm looking forward to getting it done, because I've been putting it off for so long. Like, I've been putting it off since I finished the original playthrough, I've been putting it off since I did the playthrough of Persona 1 last year. So, yeah, I've been putting it off for a long time. That is also kind of doubled down upon by the fact that I looked at when my last episode of Does Anyone Remember was, and it was the one on the Unholy War, which I did back in, like, I want to say that was last June, maybe? But it's been a long time since I did one. And that is largely due to the fact that I've just been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So hopefully I can get it done soon. And yeah, hopefully people will enjoy that when it's finally ready. And if they do, and if that gets positively received, I might also do one for Persona 2, who knows? Although if I do one for Persona 2, hopefully I won't take quite as long getting that one out. Although in the case of the Persona 2 one, like, if I do one for Persona 2, it'll be in 2 parts. There'll be an Innocent Sin one and an Eternal Punishment one. Because if I do them in one, it might be a very, very long thing. I don't know, if I do one for 2, maybe it would be like, I do both individually, then kind of like cut them together and release it. I don't know. That is something for future me to think and worry about. Either way, we should be nearly to the concert hall, because we've seen 6 or 7 of the flowers now. So we should be pretty close to where we need to be. Okay, yeah, this is actually the end of it here. Because here's the final flower. Graceful purple flower. Oh, a human. You are a human, correct? I hear that humans are wise, so please answer me this. Which flower here is the most beautiful? All are equally beautiful. My, what an excellent answer. You're being honest, I can tell. We are strangers, after all. Then all flowers are the same to you, so there's nothing in the way of us being friends. Should that happen, we would become special to one another. At that time, I would seem the most beautiful to you. I hope you'll accept this balm of life to commemorate our meeting, and I hope that you'll remember me. Cool! Thanks for the balm of life. And, okay, we have 2 more Jack Frosts. I should be able to just repeat. Oh, never mind. What am I doing? I cast Miragi here. Of course I cast Miragi here. And I guess I go for Straight Slash, because that'll probably... I think that's probably my best option with Ikichi right now. Mostly because Ikichi is my physical attacker. He's a physical attacker. I feel like I shouldn't be overly relying on his, on his magic. Because, as it turns out, even when he's using his persona, physical attacks use the physical attack stat. And I guess somehow I just mentally didn't get the memo for that. I don't even have an excuse for that. That's just me being... I don't know, I guess that's just me kind of forgetting a basic thing about the game design. Anyway, that is just about us done here. Because if we go over here, we have Trish's Spring, which I will never be using in this game unless things get dire. And now, okay, we will have one more fight, and then we'll be at the back door of the concert hall, and then we'll, be fine. It's weak to ranged attacks and earth. So Yukino can just throw hands at it. Ikichi can cast Aquas. Tatsuya can switch over to Longmare, and I guess go for Ice Breath, I suppose? Actually, no, wait, I can cast Magna, what am I doing? And then Maya can use Aquas on Kiyohime, and that should be good enough to get us through this fight. I think Flajar maybe survives the turn, Kiyohime also might, but either way, we should be able to finish them off without too much hassle. Bane Splash! What did I do? What combo? What attack combo was that? Is that turn order? What did I do? Oh, Aquas, Magna, Aquas is Bane Splash. Okay, got it. Thanks, game. I'll keep that one in mind.
Looks like you're all talk.
Okay, fantastic. I'll keep that one in mind because I hadn't actually gotten that in the original episode, so hey, that's a little bit of knowledge that I can bring forward. This looks like the back door, so how do we get in? Even if we lie and say we're here for an interview, they'll find out once they realize we don't have an appointment. Hey gang, there's some guys over there who look like part-time staff. They're slacking on the job, seems like. Okay, so what's the plan? Yeah, looks that way, but if they're part-timers, they might have employee badges. Why don't we offer to buy them? We just say that we couldn't get concert tickets. Even if they try to gouge us a little, it's easier to grease some palms than start a commotion. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's try Yukino's plan. Tatsuya, will you do the honors? Yeah, let's see what everyone has to say though. I'm sure there'll come a day when women all over Japan fawn over me as I play my own shows here. I'll kick out the jams. Okay, Akichi, good for you, buddy. Jobs like this sound good, but who doesn't want to get paid and watch a concert? But the reality is, they're not so hot. Could you negotiate with them, Tatsuya? We'll be waiting here, rooting for you. Okay, let's see what they have to say. I was supposed to go to Olivia's show today, but I suddenly got called up. I asked my friends, but they were all too busy to cover for me. I drank too much at the club party yesterday. I wish someone would take over my shift today. Hey, only staffers are allowed through here. I know it's annoying, but we have to do our job too. Huh? You don't mind taking over our shifts? You want to see the show but couldn't get tickets? This is weird timing. We'd be in major trouble if they found out, but I really don't want to be here. Tell you what, we'll sell you our employee badges for 10,000 yen total. Considering the risk for us, it's not too much to ask, right? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, it's a deal. Here you go, our employee badges. Make sure you do your jobs. We're counting on you. Okay, let's see what everyone has to say. Big future star going out to do grunt work. I want to take the stage with pride, but they say it's important to start small. Man, those guys were irresponsible, though. They don't have what it takes to work a job, though we were the ones who egged them on. Alright, are we ready? Once we're in, we probably won't be able to leave until we've rescued Lisa. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end off today's episode here. This should have been a Friday episode, so Persona will be continuing on Tuesday and Thursday next week, with Sly on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And from next episode onwards, we will be back on schedule with, I guess, the canon timeline. Anyway, so that's why I'm not saving here, because, I've already done the original recording of the episode. If you want to see that, that'll be linked in the description, but there won't be any commentary on it. But yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all either on Monday for more Sly Raccoon, or on Tuesday for more Persona. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.